The US and Japan has finished an important bilateral naval exercise. The participants included Akizuki-class destroyer JS Fuyuzuki DD-118, USS Ronald Reagan, the Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruisers USS Antietam CG-54, and USS Chancellorsville CG-62. The objective was to enhance operational tactics and coordination. This kind of exercise is designed to improve the ability of the two navies to work together and enable them to respond to an aggressor cohesively. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the joint exercise between the US Navy and JMSDF is a major pushback against China. Let's get into the details. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account. China's sweeping claims of sovereignty over the South China Sea have annoyed competing claimants: Malaysia, Vietnam, Brunei, Taiwan, Indonesia, and the Philippines. The United States, Japan, Australia, and India all favor freedom of navigation, as it's a very important sea route with $5 trillion in trade. Half the global merchant shipping and half the world's oil shipment pass through it. Chinese military expansion has been a concern for Japan, and it's been taking steps to change its own posturing. Article 9 of the Japanese Constitution dictates that Tokyo will forever renounce war as a sovereign right of the nation. Land, sea, and air forces, as well as other war potential, will never be maintained. But Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's government has altered the nation's post-World War II security policy over the past few years, most notably through new security laws that largely expand the range of activities permissible by Japan's self-defense forces. An important aspect to note is that the US is Japan's ally and is bound by the Treaty of Mutual Cooperation and Security to come to Japan's aid in case Japan faces aggression from an external party. JS Fuyuzuki is an Akizuki-class destroyer. The Akizuki-class is intended to escort the Hyuga-class and Izuma-class helicopter destroyers and safeguard the other Aegis-guided warships such as the Congo-class and Atago-class of the JMSDF. The destroyer provides defense against surface, airborne, and undersea threats. It carries 8 Type 90 ship-launched anti-ship missiles. It also has one Mark 41 vertical launch system having 32 cells that can accommodate Wyrm 162 ESSM surface-to-air missile and Type 7 VL ASROC anti-submarine rocket. There's also a long-range naval gun, 2 Phalanx close-in weapon systems CIWS, as well as 2 HOS 303 triple 324mm torpedo tubes. USS Ronald Reagan is a Nimitz-class supercarrier. USS Ronald Reagan is the 9th ship of her class and was commissioned on the 12th of July 2003. She's named in honor of Ronald W. Reagan, President of the United States from 1981 to 1989. Yokosuka, Japan is the home port of USS Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan is one of the largest vessels constructed. It has a displacement of 100,000 tons and an overall length of 332.8 meters, or 1,092 feet. To give viewers a perspective, it's about 3 football fields long. USS Ronald Reagan is powered by 2 A4W nuclear reactors, kept in separate compartments. These power 4 propeller shafts and can produce a maximum speed of over 30 knots or 56 kilometers per hour. As a result of the use of nuclear power, the warship is capable of operating continuously for over 20 years without refueling, and is predicted to have a service life of over 50 years. Practically, it has unlimited range and endurance. USS Ronald Reagan, being Nimitz-class, possesses a multitude of different radars, including electronically scanned array 3D radars. It has an elaborate defensive armament suite. Ronald Reagan is equipped with 16 to 24 RIM-7 Sea Sparrow or NATO Sea Sparrow missiles. RIM-7 Sea Sparrow is a U.S. shipborne short-range anti-aircraft and anti-missile weapon system, primarily intended for defense against anti-ship missiles. Close-in weapon duties are performed by Phalanx and RIM-116 rolling airframe missile. Phalanx CIWS has a 4,500 per minute rate of fire. RIM-116 rolling airframe missiles have a speed in excess of Mach 2. For offense, Ronald Reagan carries a flight group of more than 60 aircraft, including F-18 jet fighters. These are twin-engine, supersonic, all-weather, carrier-capable, fourth-generation, multi-role fighter aircraft. They have a payload of 7,700 kilograms, that's 17,000 pounds, and can carry ground attack weapons as well as air-to-air missiles. Supporting aircraft like EA-18 Growler and E-2 Hawkeye are also available apart from helicopters. USS Ronald Reagan doesn't operate alone but is deployed with the Carrier Strike Group. The Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group includes the Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruisers and USS Antietam and USS Chancellorsville. Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruisers are equipped with a diverse array of weapons for anti-aircraft warfare (AAW), anti-submarine warfare (ASW), anti-surface warfare (ASUW), as well as have the ability to intercept ballistic missiles through Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense System. This class of cruiser has an overall length of 567 feet or 173 meters and a displacement of around 9,600 tons. Ticonderoga-class warship has a speed of 32 plus knots, that's 60 plus kilometers per hour, and a range of 6,000 nautical miles or 11,000 kilometers. Ticonderoga-class cruiser has two 61-cell Mark 41 vertical launch system that can be equipped with a choice of different weapons. 1. RIM-66 M5 Standard SM-2MR Block 3B for air defense and anti-ship roll with a range of 103 miles or 167 kilometers and a speed of Mach 3.5. 2. RIM-156A SM-2ER Block 4 for anti-aircraft and anti-ship roll with a range of 115 miles or 185 kilometers and a speed of Mach 3.5. 3. RIM-161 SM-3 for ballistic missile defense with a range of 435 miles or 700 kilometers and a speed of Mach 10. It can also be used as an anti-satellite weapon. 4. RIM-162A ESSM for anti-missile roll with a range of 31 miles or 50 kilometers and a speed of Mach 4. It can be quad-packed in single Mark 41 cell. 5. RIM-174A Standard ERAM or SM-6 for anti-air warfare with a range of 150 miles or 240 kilometers and a speed of Mach 3.5. 6. BGM-109 Tomahawk for land attack. It has a long range of up to 1,550 miles or 2,500 kilometers with subsonic speed. 7. RUM-139A VL ASROC anti-submarine missile with a range of 13 miles or 22 kilometers. It also has 8 Harpoon missile launcher for anti-ship roll. 2 Mark 32 triple torpedo tubes are present, launching Mark 46 or Mark 50 torpedoes. 2 Sikorsky SH-60B helicopters are responsible for anti-submarine warfare. Other weapons consist of long-range naval gun and a variety of close-in weapon systems. China has spent heavily on military buildup and modernizing its military forces. The People's Liberation Army Navy is now considerably larger than Japan's Maritime Self-Defense Force in both overall tonnage and number of ships. In recent times, China has been very aggressive in its posturing. Its activities are far off from being a sensible nation, and it's even made threats to Japan. Japan has been increasingly conscious of the fact that its territory, which is surrounded by waters, is vulnerable. Hence, an increased coordination between the US and Japan is the need of the hour. As predicted by several strategic experts, China's aggressive military posturing may come back to haunt it as its neighbors, including Japan, take steps to strengthen their military doctrine. Keeping all the aspects in consideration, we may see a strategic shift in Asia, where the US and Japan work more closely to challenge against Chinese hegemony.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.